325 Settlers of Kalguur League in Path of Exile is off to a very good start, my friends. I am enjoying it, I started it, and today we are checking what is emerging in the meta of the game. What are people playing? Because all these different popular creators, they're creating obviously their own league starter guides and stuff like this. I look at them, you look at them, that's understandable. However, all that counts is what are people really playing, because numbers talk. That's why we're looking at PoE Ninja today, and very quickly checking in case we're missing out, you and I, on something else. First of all, I'll tell you what I'm playing. I'm not playing any of these trending builds, spoiler alert, ahead of time. I am playing the good old Righteous Fire Juggernaut by Pox Kappa, his build. I'm not inventing a wheel, I'm really enjoying the boring and steady gameplay. If you're ever interested in that build, go to Pox Kappa straight away. I can't tell it better than he does, that's why I'm following his guide, but I'm always happy to share my own take on it, because I make some alternations. But what are people playing? So we're looking at 65,000 characters roughly created in the Settlers League in Path of Exile at the moment of recording of this video, about 1 week into the league, which is a pretty damn good start, because normally our leagues, in case this is the first video you're watching from me recapping this for you, normally we're climbing up to about 90,000, 99,000, we're pushing 100,000 basically per league. On average, that's how many characters get created in one league. So having 65,000 created in the first week of the expansion is pretty damn good, So let's see what's trending. So the meta is changing compared to the previous Necropolis League. The meta is changing. Things are a little more interesting, in my opinion. So we have kind of 5 winners, but we're gonna focus on 4 winners because I'm gonna give you 5 builds. So 4 winner ascendancies and 5 winner builds today. First of all, Slayer. We haven't seen Slayer in a very long time, I would dare say. 16% of these 65,000 characters created are playing Slayer right now. Maybe something you're missing out on, maybe I'm missing out on it. Let's see what they're playing. They are playing Lightning Strike Slayer and Frost Blades of Catabasis Slayer. 2 builds in Slayer thing. We're gonna take a look at both very briefly, and of course, as always, I'm gonna give you these links. You just go, follow the link, import the POB string in case this is the first time you're doing it, and Bob's your uncle, Robert is your uncle. So, the Lightning Strike Slayer, interesting take on this. Package for you, what a creative, lovely name. Our first Slayer we're looking at today. Slayer is playing with the shield and with the claw. That obviously works better for them because it's a fast attacking lightning strike. We know how it works classically. He is playing Val Lightning Strike with multitude of supports. I think it would be a waste of my time to try and click at everything and show you exactly what he's wearing and stuff, other than a noticeable Headhunter leather belt. But as I said before, you just go here. You just import the string here, code for path of building, you import this, and Bob's your uncle, you have your build ready for you to try it for yourself. Looks like Lightning Strike has always been popular, but Slayer is taking charge here with 16% right now in the Settlers League. Now, who is our next one? Next one is Frost Blaze of Catabasis, whatever Catabasis means personally. And we are looking at another representative of the group there, and it's gonna be, in this case, a random Slayer called Brundubrebresus, who is the same layout. He has a claw, he has a shield, he has lovely southbound soldier gloves, and he is using Frost Blades of Catabasis. Obviously, to have the Transfigured Gem, you would need to be lucky to get it from the Transfiguration font in the Labyrinth. If you do not know what it is, those Transfigured Gem builds are probably not necessarily for you, but something for you to keep an eye on as a beginner, as a relative beginner. These are Slayers, Lightning Strike and Frost Blades. This is your opportunity to let me know in the comments down below if you're playing one of these. I don't pretend to be an expert in these builds, I know what they're about, but they're not my favorite, not an expert, but I'm keeping an eye on them in case I get bored of my Righteous Fire, which is very, very possible. I might get bored. What's next? Next is Gladiator, so we're still there in that group of ascendancy classes. So Gladiators, what are they playing? Well, they are playing Lacerate of Hemorrhage. Lacerate of Hemorrhage is another Transfigured Gem, obviously. An example here is Kashkong Big Glad. Example, so credit to them. They are with some ugly looking Reaver X, but it has a 22% increased attack speed, so the looks, this is a great example of where the looks don't matter, do they? It's The size doesn't matter, it's how you use it. That's an example of where it matters a lot by the looks of it. Once again, import string is right here for you. Link I'll give to you in the description of this video. And you can import this and go forth and prosper. Let's see what he's wearing. He's wearing Mage Blood. Good luck getting Mage Blood at this stage of the game, because so early into the league you either need to be insanely lucky to get this drop, or you need to be insanely rich. So early into the league it would be very, very hard to do, but some people are. Clearly this guy is either lucky or rich. Mage Blood is a fantastic belt for any build, any literally build, okay? So there you go. Kash, Kong, Big, Glad will be your template, your example of this particular build. All right, that's it. That's all that there is to Gladiators. So let's move on. Hierophants. I love Hierophants for totemic builds, but lately Hierophants have been trending even without totemic builds, interestingly enough, for the past few leagues. Let's see what this time around we have. It's the good old Ice Nova of Frostbolts. Why good old? Because Ice Nova of Frostbolts, if I'm not mistaken, has been trending up there within the first top 3, I guess, meta builds for the past couple of leagues. Feel free to correct me. Couple of leagues, I'm pretty sure I'm safe to say so. I like Frost Nova, and I like the play with the Frostbolt, but I had my own build ages ago, before Transfigured Gems even became a thing, before the change and revamp of how that font of Transfiguration works in the Labyrinth. So now you have the Frost Nova of Frostbolts, solid build. We have an example of this build here by the one and only Kalguur. And if you are like me playing World of Warcraft as well as Path of Exile, you will know why I picked Kalguur as an example of a character who has Ice Nova of Frostbolts. Nice, very good humor right there to the owner of this character if they are unlikely watching this particular video. Okay, what's he wearing? He's wearing Kitava's Thirst helmet, which is cool, and he's wearing Lightning Coil Desert Brigantine. Okay, excellent. And then he has the Ice Nova of Frostbolts right there. Okay, once again, import string is available to you in this source link. Alright, and the final 5th build that's trending right now in the meta during the first week of the Settlers League, my friends, is a Trickster. There are 10% of Tricksters, and the further builds are trailing behind, kind of, you know, there is a tail of them all. And what are Tricksters playing? What is dominating here? Hexblast and Power Siphon. Hexblast, at least I heard of these builds and I was curious about it. Power Siphon, I don't want to poo-poo it because I don't know enough about it, but it has never drawn my attention, which is why, the only reason why it didn't make into the top 5 today. But honorable mention, because it's kind of statistically 39% versus 36% is pretty close representation right now in the league. But Hexblast, we go to Hexblast, and of course we have Mestre Kalguur here for you as an example of a Trickster who is playing Hexblast and wearing Restless Ward Carnal Armor while doing so, looking pretty good, and String of Servitude heavy belt as well. So there you go, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I am glad to be in Path of Exile again. Settlers League, look, this is not a review of Settlers League. I'm enjoying it, it's okay, it's cool to send your ship with the shipment somewhere else. It's nothing that would make me super excited, it's not one of those leagues, but neither do I think that it's a meh. I don't think it's a meh league, but I don't think it's something that I can't wait to go back and play. I haven't had that feeling since maybe Ultimatum League. The Ultimatum League, before you ask me, so what did make you excited, Gyro? Ultimatum League made me excited, the last thing that I remember. This one doesn't, but neither do I hate it. It's okay, it's okay. Now is your chance to go check out these builds that I gave you. Give me a quick like so that more of us Path of Exile survivors in my lovely club of both World of Warcraft and Path of Exile players can see this video. The more of you like it, the more people the YouTube algorithm will show it to. And I appreciate you popping in, especially if you watched the whole video. You're very, very special. And goodbye for now. Play Path of Exile. World of Warcraft is in a sucky position right now, unfortunately, with the pre-patch event if you play both games. But we are going to be diversifying into both games going forward. Absolutely we will. As promised, I will serve both my crowds. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Have a good night and day and morning wherever you are.